draw things that you hate to draw. Hey guys, so it's been entirely too long since I've updated the Draw Jam, and I sincerely apologize for that. It's not like I haven't had ideas for videos I want to record. I just haven't had time between work and life, and then more work, and then more life, and you know, I can come up with all sorts of excuses, but the real problem is I just haven't sat down and done the thing. So I would like to change that in the new year and update this channel a little bit more with drawing stuff and tutorials and demonstrations and things like that. I don't think I'm good at Twitch, so I probably am not going to try to grow that side of the business. It's just very difficult for me to stream in the evening when I think most people are watching Twitch, because that's when my family's here and I want to hang out with them and stuff. So, but I can post videos during the day and things like that and record them during the day when no one else is here. So, to kind of get back into the swing of things, I wanted to drop just a quick tip for all of you artists out there who would like to improve your work. And usually when I hear people say that, it's usually them comparing their artwork to someone else's stuff, like, oh man, this is amazing, I wish I could do that, or oh man, this is really great stuff, I wish I was better at drawing. And instead of comparing yourself to other people and complaining about things, do something about it. Actually do something to draw more better. And the best way I can think of to do that is to draw things that you hate to draw. And that sucks, because, like, you know, as an artist, you want to produce things, you want to show off to people, and the best way to do that is to draw things that you enjoy, because you're going to put your heart and soul into the thing and make it look great. But if you only draw the things that you like to draw, your fundamentals are going to suffer. It's like, if you only eat candy, your face is going to rot out. So you need the meat and the potatoes and the vegetables if you're a vegetarian, or you know, you got to have variety. So for us artists, that means drawing stuff that you hate to draw. And usually for a lot of my friends, it's things like cars or buildings or trees or hair. So if you find yourself in a rut and you're running out of things to do, and drawing things that you normally would enjoy drawing are just, it's not working for you. You're not finding yourself improving. You're not where you are. You're not getting to where you are. You know, you don't see the incremental steps of your work getting better. Sit down and bust out a sketchbook of things that you hate to draw. Name that sketchbook, like, things I hate to draw, and just start going through and making a list. If you hate drawing fingers, fill an entire sketchbook up of finger drawings. And fingers are easy to find references for, unless you're missing limbs. But if you're not missing limbs, you can just look at your finger and just, you know, figure it out. You know, maybe you hate drawing trees. Make a tree sketchbook. Fill that sketchbook full of trees. Maybe you hate architecture. Go out there and sit in a park and just draw the building. Yeah, you know, fill an entire sketchbook of buildings. And it doesn't have to be like one of those fancy big sketchbooks. It could be like, you know, something like a small field notes. You know, fill this small dude up with like things that you hate to draw. But what it forces you to do, it forces your brain to analyze something and to think of things in a different way, to make it interesting for yourself. If you're always drawing things that you like, your brain's going to get lazy and your hand's going to get lazy, and you're just, you know, you're just, you know, goofing off, and it's like eating nothing but candy. But when you force your brain to think of things that it doesn't like to do, or you force your eye to examine a thing that you don't normally draw, it strengthens those brain muscles, and when it comes time to draw things that you do like, you know, you have all of this other information in your brain stored up to do that. So draw things that you hate to draw. And if you're having even more difficulty figuring out how to do that, remember that most things in most objects, most things that you observe around you can be broken down into simple forms. So if you can draw a cube, a cylinder, a cone, or a sphere, you can draw pretty much everything. Even objects that are made up of smaller objects, like a bush. You know, you don't have to go in and draw each individual leaf of a bush. You start with the overall shape of the bush, and maybe you render in like a handful of little needles here or leaves there to kind of imply that there's more to it. But you know, if you can get the silhouette of a thing, if you can break it down to its most simple form, you just carve away at stuff and make it look more like the thing. Like cars. Even though most artists I know hate drawing cars, cars are the easiest thing to draw. You start with a box, and then you carve out little more pieces of the box, and you keep carving until the shape gets to more like the car that you're looking at. And then you go to the wheels, which is like a cylinder, and then you start carving away at that. So everything you see, most things that you see in the world can be broken down into more simple objects. And if you can draw those simple objects, you can draw pretty much anything. So if you want to improve, draw things that you hate to draw. Fill up a small sketchbook. It doesn't have to be a big sketchbook. You don't have to spend too much money. These are pretty cheap online. This is not sponsored by Field Notes, but I wish it was. But you can get these dirt cheap and just, you know, I think it's like, what is it, 24? Oh, it's 48 pages. 48 pages. 48 pages of trees. Or 48 pages of hair. Or 48 pages of cars. Or 48 pages of, I don't know, slime or boogers or something you hate drawing. Fill up one of these stupid things with a thing, and you might find out that you don't actually hate drawing the thing once you figure it out how to draw that thing. So you go and find something else that you hate to draw, and then you fill out another one of these things and figure it out. But the point here is to draw. Get those muscles running. If you're not drawing every day, you have only one person to blame for not improving. So pick up a thing, draw the thing, do the thing, and I'm gonna stop right now because I tend to ramble. All right, thanks, and I'll check you next time. Bye.